So, I'm gonna wait for a couple people to get in here just to get an opinion. I need to know what you guys think. This is crazy what happened today. Maybe not so crazy or unheard of, but it's never happened to me. So, today's a first. Yeah, a first for this. So, there's something else I want to talk about too. That it could be on mainstream, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. So I'm just going to mention it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But, okay, so here's the story. We're outside, right? Chilling, I'm drinking my coffee, and my son finds a bird in like the flowers, right? A baby bird. What's up, bootlicker? Hey, Cindy, good to see you guys. So the bird is in the bush, not the bush, but in the little plants, whatever. And you can see the mom bird sitting on the electrical line. So he's like, Mom, we gotta do something with this bird. I'm like, I don't know what the hell to do with the bird. I don't know. I've never had this happen before. I've never interacted with baby birds, and I don't want to touch it. Hey, John, thank you. So, um, he finds, oh my God. So the baby bird starts hopping and it gets to the alley quick. And I'm like, man, that's dangerous. There's a lot of alley cats out here, right? Because there is, and they'll eat it. And I'm like, oh man. So he finds this little container. We ripped like some bush, like the plants off the bush, threw it in the container, I run in the basement, get rubber gloves. He picks the bird up and puts it in the container. Now the container is open, right? And we set it on the lawn chair. Like, oh man, I don't know what else to do, the what do you call it, like the wildlife people, they'll probably want some stupid amount of money to bring it in. But anyway, so we came in the house, and within like 3 minutes, the baby bird's just got its mouth open. I don't know if that's like a defense mechanism or if it's hungry or what, right? So the mom bird comes down on the fence. She had a worm. She feeds him. She gets right in the container with him, feeds him, and then essentially flies off, comes back a couple minutes later, feeds him again, and it looks like she's kind of watching over him. And I don't know what to do with him because it's going to be dangerous out there for him tonight. Like that, there's a lot of predators out here. So, I don't even know what to do. I don't know. Any ideas, I'll take them. Hey Roger, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Um I don't know. I don't know what to do. What do you do with that? And he's like, Mom, we gotta. My son is a huge save the animal. They're the best thing in the world. I get it, right? Because I'm the same way. But he's over the top, like way over the top. He's like, Mom, we gotta call the Humane Society in the morning and see what they say. I'm gonna have to bring him in the house. I'm like, you're not bringing that damn bird in the house. Are you crazy? But yeah, that's what I said, bootlicker. Like, man, you might just have to let it be. It's a circle of life. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, the bird essentially looks like it will be able to fly in like another week, maybe two. But the nest, it's been really windy, and where she put that nest, I mean, it's obvious, clearly he fell out. So, yeah, I think I'll probably just have to let nature do its course, you know? Because I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. It's crazy. So, honestly, and it's funny because the dog and the cat were in the backyard. I'm like, man, if my cat would have saw that, it would have been over. Ooh wee. So, and no, I'm not gonna climb a tree because, and that's something my son even mentioned. Like, you think the ladder will get me that high? I'm like, dude, you would have to put the ladder out get all the way to the top, and then stand on the top of the ladder. Like, literally risk your life. I don't think so. That's not happening. Bad idea. And I don't know if they even make ladders, that don't have to, what do you call that? Like, you know how the I don't know. To me, it looks like an A. I don't know what kind of, I don't know about ladders. I don't know what they're called. But essentially, the ladder that you can fold open, I don't think they make them that big. I don't know. It seems like the longer ladders, you'd have to extend against, a house, whatever. I don't know. Nobody's climbing, nobody's climbing a tree either. That's not happening. It is called an A-frame? Okay. So I'm not crazy. Michael Jackson asked, don't you climb trees? No, nobody is climbing a tree. How you doing, Bruce City? No, that's not happening. So how's everybody been? Yesterday I was kind of like, I was talking about, a few different things. The trial, which is interesting to say the least. If anybody paid attention to the jury instructions, I've never been a juror. Okay, the couple of times I asked, I got out of it. I didn't want to deal with it, whatever. But I've never heard of jury, and essentially it's like this. If Trump walks down the sidewalk and steps on a crack, it's over. That's what it seems like to me. That's how I look at it. I don't know. I've never heard of that, but again, I've never been a juror. So when you get an hour worth of instructions, you're expected to take notes. Like, why can't these instructions just be put on a piece of paper? So every single time you have to stop and ask the judge a question when you have one? Like, I can't make sense out of that. Or, like, make sure you take good enough notes. Like, it's just weird to me. I don't get it. To me, it seems like the instructions should just be handed to every juror. What's the problem with that? And I don't get it at all. I really don't. John, that didn't pin stream. I really suck at this. I apologize. Everything I touch on here, how does this work? No, I got it. I think I got it. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know. If you try to teach jury notification outside of the courthouse, they will send the police to try to... Are you serious? Wow, that is crazy. Cindy, that's essentially what I said. Like, if this is all about money, just give them a number and get it over with. Like, just let them pay it. I know people are talking about, well, they're preparing for Trump to go to jail and blah, 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 blah. If the man has never been in trouble before, you would think that, worst case scenario, he could get a bracelet. He could go on some type of electronic monitoring, But it seems like Democrats just want that picture. Like, they just want that moment, like that pat on the back, like, we got him. Even if it was for, 2 hours, a night, whatever. They'd just be happy with that because it happened, It's just silly. I heard 500 million. Well, whatever it is, they're just trying to shake them down, You would think that'd be like extortion. Again, and that goofy ass De Niro yelling out there, "You're gangsters." Really? Who's the biggest gangster? Like, come on now. It's stupid. Yeah, I would imagine a jury could make case law, but I mean, if they don't, they have to line up on, like, I don't get it. All the counts. Like, every juror has to agree that each count, like, it's insane, man. Oh, thank you, Dakota. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, I had to learn how to hit the like button, like, a couple weeks ago, because these streams are, I didn't know, like, you have to hold it down and then, yeah. So, hey, thanks for doing it. put you on the news, what are you going on the news for? And just enlighten me, Red Boy. What are you going on the news for? Uh, yeah, how's my evening? So far, so good. It's been an interesting day. My life is kind of chaotic right now, but that's another story. Isn't everybody's life a little bit chaotic? You know, that's the thing about YouTube. Like, I think it's better for me to come on here and be a little bit more authentic because people can relate to that. You know, I don't want to live in some facade and, you know, have to be a character and all that other shit. I'm not going through that, you know? My life is chaotic. It is what it is, you know? And I've gotten to the point where, or I should say, I've came to the understanding that true freedom is when no one can shame you. You know what I mean? Like, irregardless of what you're going through, what the situation is, like, that's real freedom to me, where you don't have to worry about what somebody's gonna say, you know, their reaction, what they can do to you, what they, you know, who cares? You know, unfortunately, fuck it all and go fuck yourself. And sorry, not sorry. And I know some people don't like that word, but guess what? It's in my vocabulary. So I really can't apologize for who I am, you know? And hey, maybe one day I can be on here and essentially, you know, share some of my experiences, what I've been through, you know? So we'll see. We'll see. YouTube fixed the default back to landscape. I don't, Bootlicker, I don't even get how this works. I just hit the live button and start talking. I don't know how to work any of these buttons. I don't know. I don't even know. And I'd like to go on StreamYard, but I feel like it takes me so long to, like, you know, I'll get it. I'll be sufficient at it and then I forget again. So it takes me so long to, like, share a link or play a video that I'm like, shit, man, I don't want to, you know, waste people's time and have them sitting here and I can't even work the dang computer. So I guess this is just easier for me, you know. What do you do for work, Dakota? Enlighten me. I'm curious now. Most of us would tell people to get bent if they're liars. Yeah, for sure. Take two and call it a morning. Oh, that's awesome. A fireman in the EMT. That's super cool. Do you enjoy it? I'm always told, everybody's always told me that you have to do what you love, you know? If you're going to work a job and, you know, a 9 to 5 and you're miserable, that life would just totally suck, you know? You love it. Can you give me like an area? I'm curious. You know, I go on like Facebook sometimes, not much, but a lot of the reels I watch are like these honor walks and every 11 seconds. I don't know if it's the algorithm I'm in, but I see a lot of that. And man, that's devastating. So I imagine being an EMT, you're seeing a lot of that overdose and stuff. I would imagine all through the country. I would imagine. Area probably doesn't matter. It's just a matter of up and down. I mean, more or less. Oh, hey, Grayson. Happy birthday. That's my friend's grandson's name, too, Grayson. Junction City, Kansas. Interesting. I heard Kansas had put out, like, a call for people. Essentially, you could get, like, no, not five, like $15,000. Like, they wanted them to send the quote-unquote illegals to their area and actually receive money for it because they're that short of workers. Not necessarily in your... I'm forgetting exactly where it was at in Kansas. Weed needs to be... Isn't it... isn't it pretty much... It's still illegal here in Wisconsin, but you can have, I think, up to 2 ounces for personal use. I don't know if they give you a ticket if you get caught with it, but yeah, it's not legal here. Oh, hey Josh. Okay, enjoy your dinner. Appreciate you. Eat something good. Man, I am dying for an Italian beef, but you know what? If I go to that store and buy an Italian, it's $15. $15 for that silly Italian beef. And man, I crave that sometimes. Like, seriously. Like, but $15? $15? That's a lot for one Italian beef. Fort Riley Army Base. That must be in Kansas, I'm assuming, bootlicker. I might have missed something. I can't see all the comments. I apologize. I try though. Well, thank you, Dakota. I appreciate it. Thank you for filling me up and leaving me. What? Look, people are crazy, man. John, can you just get rid of that account? I don't even get that, and nor do I care. That's just ridiculous. Are you pro-life? Yes. Look, I lean pro-life, but I also think this is just my opinion, that when it comes to like the life of the mother, or if something tragically happens, like an exception to the rule, like a 10-year-old who essentially got, God forbid, something bad happened, okay, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to stuff like that, that's when I have to step back and be like, and that's just my opinion, don't hate me for it, but it is what it is. I feel like the door should be left open for exceptional situations. But I would never say that that's something people should use as a birth control method. Absolutely not, Thank you, John. I appreciate it. That's just, silly. Why would you say something like that? Oh, okay. Be safe, Dakota. Good luck. Man, I had my house burned down in like 2008. And the worst part about it, well, thank God for my stepdad, but the worst part is that I had so many pictures of, my family, my son, as a baby, stuff like that, that I completely lost in that fire. A lot of sentimental things, like a blanket my grandma made, just a ton of stuff. So that was devastating for me, but I mean, thankfully everybody got out, right? I was trying to run back in for my cat that I had gotten out, and then he was so, frantic that he ran back in. Oh, it was just a mess. So then the police basically like tackled me on the stairwell, like, ma'am, you can't go back in. So yeah, it sucked. But, some of them things you can't replace. But thank God for my stepdad. He was one of them guys that took a lot of pictures and always had doubles. So he got all the doubles together and gave them to me, made me a really nice photo album. So thank God I still had some pictures that he gave me. But yeah, that's dangerous. So be safe. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't think, that wouldn't be a job for me. I would get too nerve-wracked. And actually, the lead, the fire chief, I was really cool with him because I had worked part-time at the gas station. He came in every night for Pepsi, every night. And I got really, really cool with him. So when he showed up, I mean, he did an excellent job. He's just a really nice guy in my home city, not here. Milwaukee, let me tell you, I've said this 100 times. It is a shithole, and it's completely Democrat ran. and they will do absolutely nothing to fix it. I have came to the conclusion that they want it to be like this. They want people to, essentially feel like it's almost like being in a bubble. Like if somebody never leaves, they'll never understand the world outside of here. Like it gets so much better, but some people just get like stuck and they don't want to, they don't want to go. But yeah, this would drive me crazy if I had to stay here forever. Like, oh my God, no, I just, yeah, I can't deal with it. I mean, just little things they could do, right? They had a program where they would give out free Ring cameras. Like, let people take the Ring camera. I know essentially the police have access to the video on it, but who cares? If you're not doing anything illegal, you shouldn't give a shit if the police can see who comes by or who, I wouldn't care about that. If that means cleaning up the neighborhood, that's what it is. Absolutely, Roger. Absolutely. And who's the new guy? Jordan. I'd have to go ask my son. I can't think of him. The guy, the new quarterback. He's really good. Really good. I like him. And I imagine he'll get better. I love Brett Favre. Not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's all right. But, he's just a little bit, not my cup of tea. But yeah, I'm a Packers fan. I love the Badgers though. He says go Chiefs. So the Chiefs. I think I did a video about the guy that did the commencement speech. I forget his name. My memory is horrible. Absolutely horrible. But Kelsey kind of co-signed the speech. I don't know how that made other people feel, but I was glad he did it because he should be able to feel the way he feels. And if he's Catholic and he went to a Catholic school and that's his values and his wife is happy with the situation, people should just shut the fuck up. That's their marriage, and if that's the way they do it, hey, he's entitled to his opinion. Who are we? What's up, Mayhem? Good to see you. You're a Buckeye fan, but not a Browns fan. Yeah. I don't know. I only know, a few things. I don't know much about sports at all. My son will try to talk to me about it, and it's a foreign language. Like, I don't know. No idea. No idea whatsoever. Yeah, Mayhem, you know what? I appreciate it, but it's sporadic, I don't get to catch a lot of people either because I'm not, a lot of us aren't consistent, right? We got stuff going on in our life and you got to work and all this other shit. So it's hard to be consistent on YouTube. So it's good. I mean, I understand completely. And I ain't really talking about nothing anyway, so you're not missing nothing, my friend. You're not missing nothing. I wonder, have any of you guys, I know John might know about it. There is essentially, I mean, it's been out for a minute. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, but there is essentially a whistleblower when the Fannie Willis thing. And I find it interesting that all this stuff is coming out of the woodwork. I think more will come as time goes on. But I was watching, it was a long committee meeting of her talking. And I think her name was Amanda Timpson. And she was saying how they had gotten this like $480 some thousand grant for a juvenile defense fund. And yeah, it's not looking good. Like the money, the way they ran the program, apparently was supposed to be just for Fulton County. And they had a resident from Wisconsin in the program. Yeah, it's wild. I was like, wow, man. You're in Vermont. You know what? I've never really been out to the East Coast, Roger, but I definitely would like to go. I want to go to, I've never been to New York City. I've never been, and I haven't been anywhere out there. So I don't know if it's sad to say. Well, you would know better than me. Not talking shit, but can you always tell the YouTubers that work from the YouTubers that don't? Just saying. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, definitely. Well, man, I just, I'm not a, some people are just really good at this and some aren't. To me, it's hard for me to keep talking. Like, yeah, I can sit and tell you stories about myself for days, but how interesting would that be, you know? And I don't always want to talk about the quote unquote popular cliche topics that everybody is talking about, right? Like, yeah, could sit here and talk about P. Diddy. That's, what is that? One of the newest things, or whatever they have going on in this fake bullshit, quote unquote, Hollywood idolization of people that shouldn't be idolized whatsoever. Most of them aren't worth shit and should be like exiled, but what do I know? Yeah, well, I think Cindy, I think Fanny is gonna end up disbarred. I would think, but we'll see. Love to have you all move to Kansas. Get out of the madness. Do you really enjoy Kansas then, bootlicker? You must. Vermont is filled with communists. I actually, truthfully, bootlicker, I love Wisconsin. It's just the area I'm in right now. Northern Wisconsin is freaking beautiful. You guys are gonna hear my old cat in the background meowing. He's like a lion in a cage. Shut up, graffiti. Yeah, he'll be 18. He's old, yeah. Ohio is bad, but it's good to know other states that are not nuts. Yeah, it's just, it's, like I said, here, Dane County is super blue. I heard like Mo will say it's like Berkeley. He always says that, and that sticks in my head. Like Madison is like Berkeley. I've never been to Berkeley, so I wouldn't know, But I didn't have a problem there, but it's definitely super blue. Some of my old friends were initially really pissed at me with this Trump thing, and even my family. I fell out with my family about it. I've talked about it. Now they've kind of chilled out. Remarkably, they've kind of relaxed on wanting to send me, mean messages or cuss me out or whatever. Not that I care. It doesn't really do anything, but I'm just saying, it sucks to have to fall out with people you really do care about over something as silly as that. But whatever. Best states I would say are Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana. That's, well, you gave a whole list, so there's some good options in there apparently. Josh will second that and say that Oklahoma is the best. He always tells me that I need to live in Oklahoma. It's too damn hot though, man. He will tell me it's like 80 some. He's already hit 80s already. I'm like, no, we don't really get that in Wisconsin, okay? I don't want all that heat. We don't get that until like July and August. It's early as hell to have 80 some degree weather right now. But Mayhem, have you, see, there he goes, right there. Oklahoma rules. He swears by it. Oh, you forgot Missouri. Yeah, but have you been to all the states? Have you? Because I'm curious to know if you would say Oklahoma would be in your top 5. Like, would you move to Oklahoma, Mayhem? I'm asking you that. You didn't put, I don't think you put Texas in there, did you? Oh, you did put Texas in there. You did. Oh, okay. Ohio is good, LOL. See, oh, there goes Meathead. It's funny. Again, I love Wisconsin. I really do, and it's hard for me to want to leave here. I don't want to leave here. I just want to go like 4 or 5 hours north. But if I do that, that's really lessens the opportunity for employment in that area. Just saying. You've been to 48 states? Okay. Have you been through Wisconsin? I want to know if you've been to northern Wisconsin, like Hayward, Superior, Bayfield, if you've been in any of them areas. I'm curious, Mayhem. Let's see. I like Ohio rest areas. They have showers for truck drivers. My dad used to drive truck and I would ride with him. And I'll never forget, it was a gas station called Flying J's. I don't know if they still have them, but that had everything in there. Showers, everything. I was amazed. I was like 14, I think. We rode to Texas and a couple other places, but I couldn't do it. It got to a point where I had him drop me off. I don't remember where, but I had to call my mom and get a Greyhound ticket to get back Nashville. He dropped me off in Nashville, and I had to take like a cab from the hotel to the bus station because the truck couldn't get through the overpass. Oh my God, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. A mess. Let's see. Have you ever heard of... Yes, I've heard of OAN News. Yes, I have. Absolutely. What's up, Joe? Good to see you. Flying J's is still around. Man, that was years. That was years ago. I thought that was so interesting. I had never seen a gas station like that. Like, wow. They got a washer, dryer, showers, a restaurant. They had everything. It was like all in one. You didn't have to go anywhere else. That's crazy. You've been to Appleton. Okay, Appleton is decent. That's like that's considered a smaller town here. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, and you said you've been through Bayfield. Yeah, Bayfield is nice. I mean, it's got to be when I look at the prices. And there's so much land here, like 300 acres. I couldn't even, and it goes quick typically. I don't know who's buying it all, but they sell real big. They're selling real big chunks of land up north. So you only fly Southwest. They're not nuts. don't get on a Boeing. That's my scary thing now. When I pay attention to that, like, no, I can't ride on a Boeing. Worst experience was in Green Bay. They still haven't updated places to hold. Really? Green Bay ain't so bad, but it's not somewhere I'd live. That's for sure. I'm not. No, I don't want to live there. Nope. You make a lot of money during football season, though, if you live close to Lambeau. Parking spots are insane. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Airplanes, Oshkosh, absolutely. Yep. They have a great show. They have a great show up there. Oh, thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, absolutely, Mayhem. Somebody is, because them big chunks of land go fast. I'm like, who's buying it? And a lot of times it'll just stay empty. So somebody's purchased it, but they're not building on it. Yeah, that's crazy how that works. Absolutely crazy. But I'm going to get out of here because I'm hungry and I got a couple more things to do. I think I'll try coming during the day maybe and check in and see what's happening. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with this trial. I don't know. But it's definitely distractions everywhere. So, but you guys know that I ain't telling you anything new. But have a good night and thank you for coming. Hit the like button if you can. I appreciate it. Take care, everyone. See ya.